Well, how about an evening of food, books, and community? I mean, that's what's happening tomorrow night at the University of Minnesota's Research and Outreach Engagement Center.
The Minnesota nonprofit We Win Institute is hosting a special event with a very special guest. And of course, joining us to talk all about it, the director of the We Win Institute, Titi Bediako, and tomorrow evening special guest, award-winning illustrator and artist, E.B. Lewis. Thank you both for being here with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, I know this is an early hour for you.
Yes. I don't know what you're going to get.
We feel extra special that you woke up to share. Yes, for us. And to share some of the incredible work that folks will be able to talk, that they're going to hear you talk about.
That's
for
what
sure.
It's all about.
Yes, yes, this is amazing. So for starters, tell us about the We Win Institute, Titi.
Thank you. We Win Institute is an organization who's dedicated to the academic and social success of all children. So we work with children kindergarten through 12th grade, and we help them in terms of, one, having a love for themselves and a love for learning and a love for reading. So, you know, we've been struggling particularly in terms of black children and literacy and not wanting to read. And one of the problems is that many of the books that they're reading do not reflect what they look like. And it doesn't have an interest for them. And what We Win has been doing for the last several years is collecting some of the best books by black authors and illustrators and giving the books away to communities far and wide. And it's not just in terms of giving books to just black children, but we are giving black books to all of the children that we can reach. And our goal as an organization is to put a black book in the hands of every child in Minnesota.
What have you noticed? Have you noticed any changes? Because we know, we've talked about this before, how representation is so key and it's so important. So when you hand that black book to, for example, a black child, do you see them light up? Are you seeing them excited to read, to learn to read? Are you seeing that now?
Absolutely. Well, if you look at these books, for example, by E.B., the one thing that you'll see is just how beautiful the illustrations are. So any child that sees one of these books is that they see this picture and it catches their attention. So the thing that I've learned in
The
terms
power of imagery.
Yes, having a relationship with someone like E.B. is the importance, one, of the pictures, and that it is actually the pictures that helps us in terms of wanting to know what that picture is saying. And so what we're able to see is that there's so many beautiful books that tells our stories, and it's illustrators like E.B. that helps in terms of wanting the children to pick up the book and actually read it.
And what's so neat too is sometimes it shows them how they can occupy space in the world. Like illustration is an art, it's a craft, it's a career that they can pursue.
Exactly.
And they don't always realize that these are spaces that they can occupy too. What has it meant to you to be able to share what you do and see those faces light up?
First thing I got to say is it's been a blessing for me to start, to be able to be the conduit between education and art. You know, the beauty of picture books is the fact that it is a picture book, but it's also combined with these words and the story. It's about a story, you know, and these stories affect their lives. And a picture book, a great picture book, is one that actually gives a child a problem in which they solve on their own without any parental intervention. And so it helps them understand their world, you know, that they live in, and help them navigate through it. That's what the basics of a picture book is about.
E.B., as an illustrator, does it ever get old when children look through your books and
I've been doing this for a long time.
Right, so that's why I asked the question. Like, does it ever get old when someone looks through your books for the first time, and you see that look of amazement? What goes through your head when you see that?
I did my job.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I'm part of this industry. I've done over 80-some books. And I've been doing this for about 30 years.
When did you know, I got something here? This is what I want to do.
I didn't at first.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't. I turned it down. I was asked by an agent, would you be interested in doing kids' books? And my first response was no.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was turning down, so I did my research. I did my homework. I went to see what was happening in children's books, and I realized that some of the best artwork in the country is being done in kids' books. And so I gravitated to it like like they say, a fly to whatever. I don't know why I used that analogy.
Let's see where you're going.
Honey, a bee to honey. There we go.
And so, because now you're helping to fill that void that we talk about. Yes. You're helping to fill that void.
I'm filling the void. Yes, I'm filling the void and getting. We talked about literacy. In this country, it is so bad. When we think about the country, the pride that we have in the country, and the greatness of the country. But look at the literacy, the rate of literacy. It's staggering that it's so bad. And so why? And so we got to get them excited from the beginning. And it's we talk about parents reading to children, and that is that's okay. But really, what gets kids to become readers is that they notice modeling. They watch and notice their family or their parents reading. When you have a parent that reads, you're going to have a child that reads.
Tell us about the event and what do you hope people take away from being a part of it, TT?
Well, we are so excited in terms of having EB here, and we want to introduce all of the Twin Cities to EB. We're going to have several of his books there, which he'll sign. He has some original art that he's going to share. We're having lots of food there. We're going to have African drumming. We're going to have some poetry, and it's just going to be a good time. And it's free and open to the public.
That's great.
It's from 5 to 8 tomorrow, the 9th, over at UROC, 2001 Plymouth Avenue North. And it's open to everyone to come. And as you can see, E.B. Lewis is one of the nicest, kindest men that you'll find. And I want you to know that he'll love talking to you.
This conversation could go on and on and on. Unfortunately, we have to wrap it up. So, E.B., TT, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate you for spending a couple of minutes to talk about the importance of literacy and the importance of the event that's coming up tomorrow. We appreciate it, though.
Thank you so much.